An envelope with your initials is in the wrong hands. If not stopped, it will unleash something you were never meant to face. Archangel Michael says, listen closely, this is not a coincidence, and you're not reading this by accident. An envelope marked with your initials is no longer where it was safely kept. Someone's hands, tainted with envy, greed, and a desperate thirst for power, are now gripping what was never meant for them. The air around you may feel normal, but something has shifted behind the veil. A signature that belongs to you is now floating in the wrong circle, being analyzed, scanned, and whispered over. They know it contains more than words, it's the key to unraveling something deeply spiritual and hauntingly personal. Comment, I'm protected, if you're ready to reclaim what is yours. They do not realize what they've touched. They are chasing what they do not understand, and if they continue, the result won't just be chaos for them, but an echoing curse that could touch your name, your home, your legacy. Archangel Michael says, this was not an ordinary envelope. It was never meant to be delivered through human hands, it carried sealed energy, once protected by divine forces that now tremble. By breaking the seal, they triggered a chain of events that was never meant to unfold. They thought it was a simple message. But inside was something ancient, a signature forged not in ink, but in spirit. Your bloodline left marks upon it, and those marks are now being scrutinized under false intentions. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They're running out of time, and they don't know it yet. They copied what they could, not realizing that duplication of sacred scripts leads to spiritual backfire. You are the only one allowed to hold this piece, because it holds your past lives, your current test, and your future miracle. Inside the envelope were not just papers but vibrations. Every word written responded to your name and no one else's. But now, it's vibrating in their hands, hot, unreadable, and quietly awakening forces that no one can control. Do not panic, but do not stay silent. Someone close to the person who took it is already starting to see signs, mirrors cracking, lights flickering, dreams becoming warnings. They've spoken your name during sleep, and that alone is evidence enough of spiritual trespass. The initials on that envelope were not only earthly, they had been etched during a divine visitation. You signed it unknowingly during a dream, thinking it was a letter of forgiveness or closure. But it was more, a divine agreement meant only for you to reopen when your soul was ready to remember. They want to use it against you. There are forces at work hoping you don't realize its value until it's too late. But the angels are shifting now, aligning wind, signs, symbols, and sudden coincidences to bring you awareness. Type Amen to get blessing 101. You will start to notice strange messages on receipts, clocks stopping at certain numbers, and even sudden changes in the behavior of pets or birds. These are not accidents. They are divine indicators that what was yours is being mishandled, and the spirits are furious. The envelope's location was once shielded. It was in a drawer beneath layered cloths, untouched for years. But one curious hand, motivated by someone else's lies, opened what was never meant to be opened. That person now hears whispers in their home. They look over their shoulder without knowing why. They scroll through your profile or image, seeking answers, but it brings them nausea and headaches instead. Inside, your name glows under certain light. They thought it was ink reacting to heat, but it's not. It's your spirit refusing to be claimed, resisting their desire to steal what was spiritually yours. Archangel Michael says, they underestimated your power. They thought you wouldn't know, wouldn't feel the shift. But you felt it, the night you couldn't sleep, the headache that pulsed at your temples, the breeze that passed through a closed room. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They're going to attempt something bolder soon. A forged conversation, a falsified document, an attempt to trick someone from your bloodline. But heaven will intercept it in a way that exposes their every move. Someone around them is already having regrets. This person was warned in a dream where your initials turned to fire. They woke up crying, knowing deep down they've crossed something sacred. This message is your spiritual siren. There is still time, but barely. If you do not energetically reclaim your signature, they may unleash a karmic loop that delays your next breakthrough. Say, "I call my power back," aloud when you read this. Do it with calm, firm intention. This is your shield. It seals the spiritual gaps and reverses energy that was never meant to flow outward. Comment, "I reclaim my name," if you feel the call burning inside your soul. That envelope didn't just hold information, it held your divine coordinates. They now tremble in confusion, wondering why things are going wrong around them. Type Amen to get blessing 717. They'll try to distract you. Sudden calls from people you haven't heard from. Old flames, old enemies, showing up in your thoughts to pull your focus from the real issue. Stay focused. The moment you surrender to fear, they gain momentum. But the moment you stand still in your truth, Archangel Michael slices through the veil and restores what is yours. There's someone you once trusted who played a role in this. They may not have stolen the envelope themselves, but they whispered your full name to the wrong ears. They believed the lies told to them, and their betrayal opened the first door. There's still time to correct this. But do not delay, because the spirits that guard your spiritual signature do not sleep. They await your command. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Archangel Michael says, "You must purify your space tonight. Light a candle and speak only your name into the flame. It will travel through dimensions and summon back what was taken. Your ancestors are awake now. They've gathered around what was lost and are preparing to fight in spirit. They need you to believe, to affirm, to declare your name cannot be rewritten. They'll come to you in dreams, faces you forgot, voices from childhood, sense of places you thought were gone. Each one is a sign. The envelope is more than paper, it is a bridge, a contract, a spiritual vault. Comment, "I accept protection," if you believe Archangel Michael is already working in your favor. Because he is. Every moment you read this, he is slicing through intentions that were never for you. Type Amen to get blessing 144. They do not realize what they've touched. They thought they could trace your power and wear it like a cloak. But the moment they try to speak your truth, their voice will crack, and silence will follow. This message will reach you right on time. Because something was about to be mailed using your name. But the angelic realm delayed the delivery, delayed the ruin. The person who holds the envelope may be watching you. They're trying to mirror your steps, replicate your energy, act like they know your journey. But they are failing, and the panic is setting in. Do not worry, beloved one. Archangel Michael has placed a light seal on your soul. No one can take what God has marked as yours. Type Amen to get blessing 909. They're now experiencing confusion. Phones breaking, electronics glitching, sacred dreams turning into nightmares. This is the start of their unraveling. What comes next will be confirmation. Someone will slip. They'll mention something you never told them, but that was inside the envelope. Mark that moment. That is your signal. The envelope is being returned, by force or by divine intervention. You must forgive the past, but you must not ignore the present. The time to reclaim your spiritual inheritance is now. You were never meant to face this, but now that you are, your spirit will only grow stronger. Type Amen to get blessing 369. This is your moment. What was stolen will be restored. And what they tried to ruin will turn into a rebirth. Archangel Michael says, now is the time to shield your name. Now is the time to speak power into your breath, and know you are not alone. The angels are not watching from above, they are surrounding you now. Let this be the final interruption of your peace. Because from this moment forward, the wrong hands will tremble. And your initials, your sacred mark, will glow with unstoppable light. Type Amen to get blessing 121. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They tried to photocopy the sacred document, twice. But both times, the machine jammed, overheated, and printed nothing but black ink blocks. That wasn't mechanical error, that was spiritual interference. Someone in the room screamed when they touched it. Their fingers felt burned, and they dropped it without knowing why. What they held was not just a paper, it was a spiritual symbol, encrypted with your destiny. They are now debating what to do next. Fear is crawling into their bones because strange things keep happening each time they mention your name. Appliances fail, food spoils faster, sleep evades them. You must understand, this was more than a theft. This was a spiritual trespass. They walked into a realm without permission, and now the realm is closing in on them. Type Amen to get blessing 404. Someone from your lineage once predicted this. There was a dream passed down, quietly, symbolically. You may not remember, but deep inside, you always knew something would be taken from you and returned with fire. They saw your initials glow gold once the envelope was moved. They didn't know the light was a warning. They thought it was power. It was judgment. The next full moon will reveal more. You may feel restless, awakened at odd hours, or called to look at old photographs. Follow those instincts, their messages. Someone will confess soon. A call, a whisper, maybe even an anonymous note. You'll recognize it because your name will be mispronounced, a subtle clue that it came from the wrong lips. Type Amen to get blessing 757. You are divinely encoded. No one can duplicate what's already sealed in your soul. They can mimic the letter, but they can never wear the energy. Archangel Michael says, they underestimated the fire within you. But now, the flame is returning, brighter, bolder, unstoppable. And their shadows can no longer hide from the truth. A woman is involved, someone once jealous of your light. She encouraged this. She said, they won't know. Just take it. But she forgot, the angels know. And that's all that matters. The spiritual surveillance never sleeps. Type Amen to get blessing 646. The envelope will soon reappear. But it may arrive in a strange way, left at a doorstep, mailed anonymously, handed by someone trembling. You'll feel the energy the moment it returns, it'll buzz in your fingers. You may be tempted to burn it. But wait. Before you do anything, speak the words, "I call all my power back. What is mine returns now in divine order." That phrase alone realigns every vibration they tried to steal. And the chaos they unleashed turns inward. They will face what they tried to force onto you. You've passed a test you didn't know you were in. The spirit realm was watching how you would respond. Your silence, your restraint, your inner knowing, it has saved you. Type Amen to get blessing 383. Someone who once betrayed you will try to reconnect. It's not a coincidence. They feel the shift and want to escape the judgment they know is coming. You are not here to punish. But you are here to protect what is yours. Do not let guilt make you reopen closed doors. A specific object in your room has been vibrating softly at night. It may be a mirror, a piece of jewelry, or an old gift. That object was once exposed to the envelope. It holds residue. Cleanse it. Place it under the moonlight or run it through smoke or salt. Then whisper, "Only truth remains. All else, leave now." Type Amen to get blessing 1111. This isn't just a message. It's an intervention. The angels have spoken, and they've rerouted the storm that was coming. Someone involved is already falling sick. Recurring headaches, vivid nightmares, confusion. It's not medical, it's karmic backlash. They may even try to blame you. Don't engage. Your silence is your strongest protection. Archangel Michael says, every time you speak your truth silently in your heart, it echoes louder in the heavens. You don't need to prove anything, just protect your peace. That envelope will never hold power over you again. Type Amen to get blessing 202. Soon, you'll receive news. Unexpected, emotional, and freeing. Someone will finally reveal what really happened the day the envelope went missing. Until then, remain aware. Listen more than you speak. And observe how your name begins to gain back its divine energy. You were never meant to fall from this attack. You were meant to rise, awakened. Now the ones who plotted will watch your life elevate beyond their reach. Type Amen to get blessing 525. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The angels see every act of light, every seed of faith. Your moment of restoration is here, and nothing can stop what's coming for you. They are growing desperate now. The more they try to keep the envelope, the more their surroundings begin to collapse. Doors creak open without wind, whispers echo through silent rooms, and shadows move where no one stands. Archangel Michael says, this is the result of touching something sacred without permission. Their curiosity has turned into fear, but it's too late to pretend they didn't know. Your initials carry a celestial frequency that only your soul can decode, and they tried to manipulate it. Someone will try to destroy the envelope to erase what they've done. But even ashes won't free them from the consequences. The truth isn't on the paper, it's written in the energy, and energy never lies. Comment, the truth will return to me, if your spirit is stirring while reading this. They're beginning to sense they awaken something they cannot put back to sleep. Every object they place near the envelope breaks, falls, or vanishes. Type Amen to get blessing 414. Their own family is noticing the change. Unexplained arguments, flickering lights, a chill in the home that never warms. These are not accidents, they are echoes of interference. The woman who encouraged this theft is haunted by the smell of burned paper, even when nothing is lit. She wakes up coughing, unable to explain it. But the envelope was not for her hands, and her body knows it. Your spiritual ancestors are watching her. They're the ones she sees in her peripheral vision at night. She thinks it's dreams, but it's warnings. There's someone younger who tried to intervene, but fear kept them silent. This person will reach out soon, with trembling words and a heavy heart. Their message will unlock the final clue. Type Amen to get blessing 666. A spiritual mirror was cracked when the envelope was moved. It reflected not just her face, but the guilt behind it. Now, she avoids mirrors entirely, fearing what looks back at her. You are not just reclaiming a lost item, you are retrieving your power. That envelope held a blueprint to your rising. Now the blueprint has returned to your hands, even if not physically, spiritually, you have it. Say aloud, what is mine by divine right cannot be stolen, buried, or destroyed. It lives within me forever. Let your voice carry through your space, your heart, your timeline. Even the spirits of your bloodline will rejoice at that sound. They never expected you to rise from this. But the fire they meant to destroy you with is now the fire that is refining you. You're coming back stronger, wiser, and untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 929. Archangel Michael says, a specific place near water holds the energy of the envelope. You'll be guided to it through signs, maybe a dream, maybe a sudden urge to visit. When you go, whisper your full name into the breeze and feel the shift. You may see birds circle, winds change, or hear your name in the rustling leaves. That's your spiritual team, surrounding you, sealing what they tried to break. Even the elements now defend you. You are a chosen vessel. No amount of envy, theft, or manipulation can alter that truth. Even if your physical possessions are touched, your spiritual core cannot be breached. The woman involved is soon going to lose her voice for a time. Not permanently, but enough to stop her from spreading more harm. The angels will silence the lies she tried to plant. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Your initials were chosen before birth. Etched not just in language, but in light. They represent a covenant between your spirit and the realm of divine justice. This is why the envelope rejected every attempt to be replicated. It's why every time they tried to tamper with it, something else in their life broke. They are walking through a shadow they built themselves. Let this message be your armor now. Because what is returning to you cannot be delayed any longer. Heaven has accelerated your timeline because of this disruption. Expect a financial blessing within days. Expect a shift in the way people look at you. Expect messages from places you never thought would open again. Type Amen to get blessing 747. A man who once walked away from you will come back trembling. He found out what was done and can no longer stay silent. He will admit his part in ignoring you, and reveal what was hidden behind your back. This moment has been divinely orchestrated. Even your delays were protection. Because if the envelope had remained where it was, you would never have awakened this deep spiritual clarity. Now, every mirror shows your true reflection. Every step you take realigns timelines that were bent by betrayal. You are not healing, you are ascending. Comment, I rise with truth, if you know this message is piercing through your spirit like light. Because it is. This is not just guidance, it's a spiritual retrieval in real time. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. They will try one last time to reverse the energy. Don't be surprised if you receive a gift, a message, or a casual apology. Do not accept anything unless your spirit is clear. The envelope will continue to emit its energy until it's returned. The angels are creating confusion in the thief's life to force them to let go. You don't need to chase, it will come to you. When it does, burn a white candle and speak only gratitude. Do not curse them, do not speak their name, let heaven handle their karma. Your only job is to protect what's now fully yours. Archangel Michael says, this was the final test before your expansion. Now, every door that was shut will begin to creak open. And no one will be able to say they didn't see it coming. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You were targeted because your destiny is louder than their noise. But noise fades, and purpose remains. You were never meant to crumble. You were meant to crown. Tonight, you may feel a pull in your chest. That is the spiritual cord reconnecting what was frayed. Let it happen. Let the restoration complete. From this point on, you walk as someone divinely certified. Your signature is not just a name, it's a seal. It is protected now by every celestial being assigned to your path. Type Amen to get blessing 808. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The heavens have spoken. Your envelope may have been stolen, but your legacy remains untouchable. They're now stumbling in a maze they built for you. They thought your silence was weakness, but it was the divine waiting to strike at the right hour. And now, that hour has begun. Archangel Michael says, this entire situation was allowed only to reveal the ones who could not be trusted in your next chapter. What they've done has backfired in ways they don't understand yet. They are being watched, every move, every lie, every attempt to manipulate the energy is now under heavenly surveillance. They've tried to reach out indirectly, through vague posts, cryptic messages, and sudden kindness. But the angels have blocked their energy from reaching you fully. It bounces off your spiritual field like smoke against a wall of fire. Comment, no weapon formed against me shall rise, if you feel this truth aligning in your soul. What they meant to be your trap has become their own downfall. And they now tremble each time your name is spoken. Type Amen to get blessing 616. The envelope they stole has become heavy. It sits in their drawer like a curse, not a prize. They have tried to pass it off, to send it away, but every time, it returns. They've tried everything. Saging it, praying over it, even throwing it out. But it reappears, in their bag, their home, sometimes even their car. It's not physical anymore, it's energetic. Because what was written inside was not just information, it was imprint. And that imprint was yours, tied to your divine journey. Now their fear grows, and your power multiplies. Each sunrise from this moment forward brings justice into your space. Each full moon brings clarity, each new day brings reversal. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. They are beginning to understand they never had control. That all along, they were being watched, not just by you, but by beings they cannot name. Your guardian stood back only long enough for the truth to reveal itself. You may feel moments of overwhelming peace. Don't question it, let it flood you. That's the divine pouring back the serenity they tried to steal. Someone who once doubted you is now defending your name in private. They know now, you were telling the truth. They are planning to expose something soon, and their confession will shock everyone. The person who initially touched the envelope is not sleeping. Their nights are long, interrupted by visions they can't explain. They hear knocks that no one else hears, feel cold in warm rooms. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Your initials, when spoken aloud now, carry an unseen force. Your voice has been upgraded. It's not just speech, it's invocation. You don't need revenge. You need awareness, and you now have it. What you know cannot be unlearned, and what you carry can no longer be denied. In the next 7 days, you'll notice strange alignments. A feather where it shouldn't be, a name you haven't heard in years showing up twice. These are divine timestamps. Mark them. There will be a call that doesn't go through. That's the thief trying to reach you, and the angels blocking it. Don't return the call. Let silence speak your power. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. The mirror in their home broke last night. It cracked from the center, splitting their reflection. Because they tried to reflect a light they never carried. One of them will attempt to publicly play the victim. Ignore it. Because when lies are dressed in pity, they still rot at the core. Archangel Michael says this energy will no longer follow you. The spiritual cords are being cut one by one. You are being freed from attachments placed upon you without consent. Now, walk forward. Let the envelope's memory be your flame, not your chain. Its power was never in their hands, it was always in your awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 505. You are entering the stage of recovery, resurrection, and unstoppable radiance. What they tried to bury is now rising brighter. What they tried to hide is now lighting the path. Your name is now wrapped in divine armor. Your voice is coated with the command of heaven. Your steps are aligned with angelic patterns. You'll feel a rush of intuition soon. Follow it. It's your spiritual GPS pulling you back into alignment with the version of you they feared you'd become. Their fear was never about the envelope, it was about your awareness. They feared what would happen if you ever found out. Now you know, and now they can't undo it. Type Amen to get blessing 9696. A door is about to open for you. A new relationship, opportunity, or unexpected reunion, one that was delayed because of this interference. Now that the spiritual path is cleared, this blessing can enter. It will feel natural, but unexpected. Like a whisper of light in the middle of a storm. Let it in. Don't block what you prayed for out of fear. Archangel Michael says this is your inheritance moment. The envelope held symbolic authority over what was being spiritually held back. Now that it's exposed, nothing can restrict your birthright. Expect an apology, maybe not spoken, but lived. You will see someone's behavior change drastically. They will begin to treat you with the fear and respect they should have from the start. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You've been patient long enough. Now your timeline accelerates. Every day forward will feel like 10 steps of progress. You are not being prepared anymore, you are prepared. You're not healing, you are healed. And now, the angels don't walk in front of you, they walk behind you, watching you lead. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.